Hi guys, Deepak here. So in this video, we'll see the Git flow. How exactly do we do from local repository to remote repository? All the working flow, let's see that in a pictorial way. So now the first thing we would be having is a working directory or a working copy. Few people call this a working copy. So this could be your Java code or Python code or .NET code, any language code you have it. You have it in a working copy. Working copy could be an Eclipse, IntelliJ, or any folder. So you have it here. So the first agenda is you need to move this to local repository. Local repository. So to make this working copy a Git folder, the first command that you need to use is git init. Git init is the first command that you need to use to make this working copy a Git directory. So now it's a Git directory. After this, we have two areas. One is staged or index area. The second one is stage or index. To move from this working copy to staged area, we need to use a command called git add. So if we use dot, all the code from the working copy would be in staged area, or you can also use a specified file name. So we'll see all this practically. So in this video, you just try to understand the flow. So from staged area, if we want to send it to the local repository. So the third one is local repository. So from staged area to local repository, we have a command called git commit. So what we need to remember is git commit will never push the code from local repository to remote repository. Git commit is used to push code from staged area to local repository. So now our working copy code is present in local repository. We need to push it to remote repository. What do we mean by remote repository? It could be GitHub or Bitbucket or any other centralized repository. Okay, so now to push this from local repository to remote repository, local repository to remote repository. This is a remote repository. Remote repository. We need to use a command called git push origin followed by the branch name. So by default, it would be in master branch. So we'll see what this branch is, all the concepts. So what we need to understand is to push the code from local repository to remote repository, we need to use the command called git push. So let's say the other part is now we have the code in remote repository. Now the next thing is we need to get the code. Let's say the other developer has pushed the code in the remote repository. We need to get the code into a working copy. So what exactly we do? So we have a command called, so from remote repository to local repository. To get from remote repository to local repository, we have a command called git pull. What is it? Git pull. So when we use this git pull command, from the we get the code which is present in the remote repository to local repository, followed by the working directory. So if we use git pull, our code will be present in both local repository and working copy. We have an other command called git fetch. Few people use git fetch as well. So if you use git fetch, it will not store the code in working directory. The code will only be available in local repository. So in order to store it in the working copy from the local repository, you need to use a command called merge. So fetch is equal to store fetch is equal to store it in the local repository. And to make this available in the working copy, you need to use one more command called git merge. But if you use a single command, git pull, your code will be available in both local repository plus working copy. So what in the sense, git pull is equal to fetch plus merge. This is all about the git workflow. So let's recap this. The first step is working copy. We have a working copy. So this is general folder. So to make this a git repository, or we use a command called git init. So now after this, the second step is we need to store it in a staged area or indexed area. Stage or index. So to store it in staged or index area, we'll use a command called git add followed by the file name or dot if we want to store all the code present in the working directory. After this, we'll need to store it in a local repository. So to store it in a local repository, the command is git commit. So now we have the code in the local repository. After this, we need to move this code into remote repository. So now to move this into remote repository, the command is git push origin followed by the branch name. Now some other developer has pushed the code. So now we wanted to get the code. So to get the code, we can get it in two ways. One way is by using fetch. If we use fetch, what exactly happens? Our code would be present in only local repository. So to make it available in working copy, we need to use one more command called merge. But if we use git pull, our code would be present in local repository as well as working copy. So this is about the git flow. In the next sessions, we'll see the practical implementation. Thank you.